2 3 3 1 1 2 3 2 3 3 1 2 3 3 1 1 2 2 3 3 3 1 3 1 1 2.
All right, cameras, check 1, 2. Doing a line check. Cameras, check 1, 2. Cameras, check 1, 2, 1, 2. Whenever you guys are good, give me a thumbs up. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, yeah. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey.
All right, we'll get it started here. Just first want to thank everybody for coming out. Also want to, take a quick minute and thank a lot of people that got us to this point. Our scouts did an unbelievable job this year in terms of evaluation, getting ready for the draft. Our analytic group, our strategy group just did a fantastic job. So just want to thank them, and obviously thank you all for coming out today. It's a great day for the Phoenix Suns to officially introduce Koa Peat as the newest member. So excited about this opportunity to bring in this young man into our franchise. Like to welcome Koa's family that's here today. Obviously his mother Jana, father Todd, sister Leilani, and then his girlfriend Reagan as well. So thanks for coming out. We had a great dinner last night with all the family except for one brother. It's a great introduction, just an amazing family. So welcome to the Suns family. Appreciate everything, and it's going to be a heck of a ride that we got started today. His family, the Peat family, is ingrained in the Valley community, which is a unique situation for us and one that we're very, very excited about. And obviously that family has built an amazing athletic legacy here in the Valley and throughout the country. Every one of Koa's brothers and sisters played Division I sports. His two sisters played college basketball. His brothers played college football. So I'd like to thank his sisters for pushing him towards basketball. Even though I think looking at him, he could probably make a pretty good linebacker. But we're excited about having them all part of what we're doing here. Obviously, Father Todd was the starting offensive lineman for the Cardinals on the first Phoenix team. So comes full circle, and it's pretty unique, and we're excited about that. This community already has an unbelievable bond with Koa. We went over to Thunderbird High School this morning for the Suns camp that was going on there. Now, those campers did not know that Koa was coming, and he wasn't through the door, and everybody was screaming out his name already. They know who he is because of the impact he's had, not only as a basketball player, but as a young man in this community. And he did a great job at the camp. It was fun to be there, and it just got everything started on the right foot. Because as I said, there was a lot of different reasons that I'm going to go into of why he's sitting up here right now. But the uniqueness of his connection already with the Valley, which is so important to our organization, only adds to it. So a couple things that's really important as we did our research and we did our evaluation and we tried to figure out a way to get into the first round and draft an impact player, a guy that was going to be part of our future. A couple things that stood out with Koa. Number one, he's a winner, which is critical for where we're at and what we want to get done. 4 state championships, 4 gold medals during the summer games with USA basketball. This season as a freshman, Big 12 championship, and then led Arizona to the Final Four. Winning is really important, and you have to continue to bring in guys that know what winning's all about. And it's not just the winning when the game is being played, it's winning every single day, okay? The second piece, obviously some unbelievable individual accolades. 3-time Gatorade Player of the Year here in the state of Arizona. He was the most outstanding player this year in the West Regional, leading Arizona to the Final Four. All those are critical for us, super important. But where we're at and what we've done and what we've made the commitment to is to bring in the type of people, what we call our kind of guys that we want to be around, guys that we want to build this franchise and organization with, and Koa fits that, okay? I talked about the winning, I talked about the accolades, but his work ethic, his character, his ability and desire to continue to improve and not be satisfied with where he's at and to be coachable and put in the time, all those things are so important for where we're at and where we want to get to. I did have the good fortune of being able to sit down with him this past weekend and just to go over a lot of different things. And as I said time and time again, it just solidified the fact that if we can make the moves to get him here, we were going to figure out a way to do it. And that's exactly what we did. And we're very, very pleased with that. With that, I'd like to introduce from Perry High School, University of Arizona, the newest member of the Phoenix Suns, Koa Peat. Hold on one sec. So I'm going to have Koa say a couple things, and then we'll open it up for questions, all right? All yours.
Hello, I'm Koa Peat, and just super excited for this opportunity. Super excited to be a Sun. Being from Arizona, it's always been a dream of mine to play for the Phoenix Suns, and to be here now and to get drafted by the Suns. I'm super blessed and fortunate for the opportunity, and I'm going to work hard. And some of the guys have already texted me after I got drafted, so that just makes it even easier. They're already welcoming me in like a family, and I'm just super excited to get to work.
All right, we'll open up for questions.
Stephen, we're going to start with you.
Koa, we heard Brian as well as Tommy Lloyd talk about your ability to get downhill, whether it be just creating for yourself, dribble handoffs, cutting, things like that. Do you feel like that strength of yours complements even further the NBA spacing and the kind of things that you'll have just maneuverability-wise as far as that goes?
When I was going through my pre-draft process and working out for teams, the spacing definitely helped me for sure, especially in those workouts. So I got a little taste of it, and now going into my first year, my rookie year, I could feel like I could see myself, getting downhill, making my teammates better, and just because I feel like I have pretty good ball skills and dribbling skills. So still have a lot of things to improve on, but I feel like that could definitely be a strength of mine.
Dwayne?
First of all, congratulations on making this dream a reality. Curious for you, sitting and watching the draft, Coach Lloyd said that impact winning, you're a top 10 pick. So what was it like seeing after 10, 11, 12, 13, and you're not hearing your name, and what was that like going through that, but then to finally get the call that you were going to Phoenix?
Yeah, it was tough. Obviously, as a competitor, you're seeing other guys, you think you're better than getting drafted ahead of you. But for me, I think the fit and situation is better than the pick. The picks are out of the window now, so you're going into summer league, and those picks don't even matter. Like the first pick, second pick, third pick, they really don't matter, and you got to compete against those guys every day.
Quick follow, Coach, I got to do some housekeeping. Obviously, took care of some priorities with Gillespie, Goodwin, and Mark Williams. What's the next steps this summer for you guys as you move forward through the summer?
Well, obviously, as you know, I always appreciate the question, but can't really talk about any of that stuff. But we're pleased with where we're at right now. Obviously, today's about Koa and moving forward and getting ready for our next step would be Summer League, and to start the practice and the training camp for that, and to put our guys all on the court and go out there and Koa and I met today and went over a bunch of stuff, to play Suns basketball, even in Las Vegas, and we'll have 6 or 7 guys that are in our organization, so they have to drive it, but you also have 7 or 8 guys that aren't. And, it's always a challenge for the coaches and so forth to get everybody to play the right way, the way we want to play. And so that's really our next, the next objective is to make sure that we go out there and continue to set our identity in terms of who we are in Summer League.
Kellen?
Kellen Olson, Arizona Sports. Nice to meet you, Koa. This is the part where I normally say welcome to the Valley, but you've been here quite a while, so good to have you here. I was curious for you as a Suns fan growing up, what do you remember about your first Suns game and just what your time was like as a kid growing up watching the Suns?
Yeah, I've been watching the Suns, since I've been born. So, when I was 10 years old, I think that's when Booker got drafted, and so I remember up to that point mostly. I went to game 1 of the finals when you guys played the Bucks, when we played the Bucks now. But I remember those days, and seeing the team compete and seeing them win, and seeing the crowd and how they were involved with the team. It's super special, and this is a special place to be.
Right here, like all of us, watching Book connect to the city over the years, what's it like as one of those kids that watched him playing now to be his teammate?
It's surreal, he's a legend. To be able to, see his greatness every day is definitely going to help me get better as a player.
McDowell, ABC 15. A little more about the local connection. You talked at length about it, but maybe that thrill of finally hearing your name called at 30, and certainly, what did the morning after feel like? That must have been a thrill waking up knowing what had happened the night before.
Yeah, that morning I was still trying to take it in. Still couldn't believe I'm a Phoenix Sun, and still can't believe it, honestly. I'm just super excited, to be able to say I'm a Phoenix Sun.
Lena.
Koa, Lena Washington, 12 News, welcome home. Just growing up here and seeing the ebbs and flows of this organization now to find its identity with BG and Jordan Ott, what's it kind of like to see the transformation of this organization that was maybe trying to fight for relevance when you were kind of growing up, and now to be here and make a push for championships? What's that kind of like to be a hometown kid, to be part of that?
It's special, being from the Valley and, seeing them through the years and seeing how much better they've gotten, and they're going to continue to keep getting better. And to be a part of that journey now is a super special moment for me, and I'm just blessed to be in this position.
BG, a follow, just looking at kind of the names of the USA Male Athletes of the Year, Hall of Famers on that list, Koa's among them. Where is his ceiling when you look at what he's been able to accomplish and the future ahead?
Yeah, you always look at the accolades and the success that these young men have had as they enter into the organization, and those are all critical points. And then you got to kind of peel back and say, okay, where is the growth from there? It's a pretty good starting point that he's at right now, obviously. But I think the most important thing for us with Koa is he plays with passion, he plays with energy. There's a juice about him when he's on the court. And I know he brings that every single day. The impact that he has on the court with winning basketball is critical. That's because of all the preliminary work that's done when no one's watching. And there's no one better, he fits in. He's going to be able to walk in this gym, and when you look at the guys that we have in our organization and the guys that we've drafted over the last couple of years or brought in, he's going to fit right in. You know what I mean? And I think that's very, very important. And he's going to be challenged every day. I think that's one of the things that separates him. He wants to be coached. He wants to get better. He's doesn't always just want to hear what he likes to hear. He wants to hear what he needs to hear. And those kind of guys are special nowadays. And I think that's, the success that he's had to this point is only going to be added to because of the daily habits that he has and how he goes about doing his business.
Gil?
Gil McGregor, PHNX Sports Koa. First off, congratulations. Last year there's a picture of you at Book at the game this year, so you got a chance to watch this team play. Based on what you know about them, what you've seen about them, how are you excited to play off of the guys on this roster, and how do you see yourself fitting in with what you do well?
Yeah, I'm just super excited. Being able to meet Book was super cool and it's a real moment for me. But just coming in as a rookie, trying to find my role, trying to be an energy guy, trying to make the best player better, and make the coach trust me and like me are my main two goals.
Shane?
Hey, Koa, Shane Young with Suns.com. Nice to meet you. Earlier at camp today, you were telling the kids that your sisters were your inspiration for getting into basketball. Just growing up, how meaningful was that connection, and what was their reaction whenever you got drafted?
Yeah, super meaningful. Watching my sister Leilani and Maya growing up, they played a big role in my decision playing basketball and kind of inspired me to play basketball. I feel like I take a little bits from their games. Leigh was kind of like a point forward, and then my sister Maya played in the low post, so taking little bits of their games and putting it to mine. But they were super excited for me, and my sister Maya was crying. Leigh was super happy, trying to figure out where I was going. But there's always supported me throughout my process, and they're going to be there with me till the end.
Hey,
Ben?
Koa. Benjamin,
sorry,
Locked
go ahead.
On Phoenix Suns podcast over here. Welcome home. There was a lot of talk about you potentially staying in Tucson and some concerns about your shooting ability. Why did you decide ultimately to come to the NBA and forego your years of eligibility in college?
Yeah, I feel like for me personally, I'm all about development, and I'm 19 years old. There's still a lot of development I could grow into and get better at. Coming into the league, you're not going to be perfect, but talking with BG and coach about their player development, that's their number one thing they harp on. So I think the fit and situation is, super special for me, and I'm going to come in here and work hard every day and try to get better as a young player.
Koa, Kevin McCabe, Ladine, Arizona Sports 98.7. Perry High School, they named the street after some kid named Jalen. Cody was there. They got a guy named Brock Purdy that came out of there. Your memories, your legacy, 4-time state champion, the memories that you have playing for Sammy and and have all those cats called out to you to get Suns tickets?
They've been texting me.
Though, just and what that meant to you growing, because you stayed home, you didn't go prep school, you stayed at Perry, played public school, played with your teammates in your community. What were those memories like?
Yeah, I mean, loyalty has always been a big key for me, and staying at the school that's 5 minutes away from me, it was super special. And Coach Dwayne coached all my brothers at Corona del Sol, and then he moved to Perry. So I mean, it was a pretty easy choice to go into Perry, and playing for the greatest Arizona high school coach of all time, Coach Dwayne. We did what we did, and it was a super special experience. And the principal, Ms. Patterson, she came to my draft party, and she has a special place in my heart. And the Perry community has a special place in my heart, and just really thankful for how they treated me while I was there, and the things we accomplished were super special.
Kellen?
Koa, a lot of guys of your caliber as a freshman coming in would take 15, 20 shots a game, and your role evolved as the year went on, and you were more in between the gaps as the year went on. How much did that help you for the type of role you anticipate yourself playing in the league? You've been compared to another Wildcat at Aaron Gordon. Is that the type of role that you want to play in the league?
Yeah, playing in Arizona and, being on the #1 team in the country, #2 team in the country, you always got to find your niche, find what you can do to help your team win. Early on, I was scoring a lot, and then it kind of went down. And at the end, I was scoring a lot again. But you can't, predicate your game on scoring. You got to do other things to help your team win. And I think that's what I learned most about myself is, how much I can impact the game away from scoring when I was at Arizona playing with, a great team like that.
When you hear BG and Jordan talk about the way these guys want you to defend and watch them defend last year, does that just feel like a perfect fit for you with how physical and switchable you want to be?
Yes, sir. That's something, I take pride on as a defensive end, being able to guard 1 through 5, move my feet, blocking shots, and, just trying to be a pest on defense. That's something, I take pride in.
Steven?
Koa. Talked with Tommy a little bit earlier. Just watching you all play, it felt like you had some maybe tag rules that you were playing to in terms of offense or rebounding. That feels like a strength of yours. Do you feel like that's something that matches what the Suns showed to be elite with during last season as well?
I mean, Tommy was on my butt early about that, coming into college, going to the offensive glass, and I think that's something I got really good at as the season went on, and, using my size and athleticism, go get those putback dunks or getting us extra possessions.
He will do that for us. I mean, obviously, you said it, that's been a big key for us, and it was one of the biggest things. We saw the progression during the year in terms of the emphasis of him going to the offensive glass. I think it's an area, the two of you just hit on the two key areas for us, our defensive pressure and our offensive rebounding. And it's an area that he's really good at right now and only going to get better at.
Dwayne, I think you have our last question.
Yeah, because y'all passing the mic, okay. Coach talked about putting rim pressure, how important that is, and obviously you can do that. When did you get comfortable at the point where, okay, look, regardless of what's in there, I can get to the rim, and obviously you have the frame to do that, but it's another thing to be confident in the handle to be able to get in those spaces.
Yeah, I mean, ever since a young kid, I've always been trying to get to the rim. My parents have always told me not to settle when I get on the court, so trying to get to the rim and, draw fouls and get other teams in foul trouble and trying to go in there and, dunk on people.
We will do a quick photo op, and then we'll do a couple one-on-ones. So thank you all for coming.
Great, thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.